Bhutan is a Himalayan kingdom tucked between China and India. A seemingly magical place that has for centuries secluded itself from the rest of the world. A place with no traffic lights and no fast food chains. A country with more monks than soldiers, where it's law to wear traditional dress in public places. This tiny country of less than 1 million people has guarded its culture from outside influence.
People who come here to Bhutan, they all fall in love with Bhutan. Why? Because we have a beautiful country, we have a rich tradition, rich culture, unspoiled. People who travel to Bhutan cannot believe that there is a country still left in the world which is almost untouched. And time and again, they've always told me, they said, don't bring television into the country.
Oh, shoo. Cable is thin.
But in June 1999, Bhutan did bring television into the country. After years of cultural protectionism, TV was legalized by royal decree. The last place on earth to hook up to the box. We found the man who the Bhutanese call the cable guy, Rinzi Dorji. Just a few years ago, he hardly knew how a television worked.
I thought, how is it possible that pictures were just coming out there without any tape being played there? Then, of course, I tried to find out how it was coming and this, that. Then I said, it is a wonderful technology that broadcasting from somewhere else and that everybody could see on a television set. We are tuning the TV.
It's fine. You don't want to accept that. Alex just
We watched Rinzi wiring up homes every day. 45 channels for just $5 a month. Everything from the BBC to Baywatch. All for the same price as a bag of dried red chilies. But not everyone welcomes the new entrepreneurs.
You want to know the real reason I'm here? Well,
these are business people. These are not even technicians. These are business people who want to sell. And they will broadcast, they will show anything they want.
There are good things as well as bad things. But as a cable operator, I can't selectively give programs because the demand is such that some parents would like to have some programs which are not good for others.
Rinzi invited us to his family home. In the backyard, 5 satellite dishes receive signals from all over the world. Beneath the living room, racks of receivers and decks have taken the place of traditional livestock. The family home has become central control.
With this setting that we have at the moment is good for 33 channels. Once we go on expanding, then we would require more space and more equipments and more racks.
But Rinzi's mother-in-law was skeptical.
I think people have suddenly realized that there are so many things that they desire which they were not even aware of before. And the truth is that most of these television channels are commercially driven. And so the Bhutanese people are, yes, driven towards consumerism. That's inevitable. And that's, to some extent, unfortunate, but inevitable.
When I come home from school, I change my clothes and go straight to the TV room and watch television. I watch Cartoon Network and check if there is wrestling in Star Sports. When it's my exam time, I could not study because of thinking about the cartoon characters and the superstars of the wrestling.
Hey, that's pretty good. Wait till your dad
TV들 ngarochite chwa tsimtsidiri TV omdar ngara chamchi TV ratado ajige MTV jawa chin mu ngayer lok tira chung cartoon ne kutko
ta phagi nereta te wa ta phakate bad ne nam samne nem duno nam man jo jepon jeni ne sem de te ro pocho de alo to de kan to amewu ngatoro te nina yente wa ta man jo ne jeni.
Television introduced only last year. Everybody, one thing is curious to see what is happening. They have never seen special monk, they have never seen the television in their life. So they're curious, very much curious to know what is that. I noticed that last week when I was with my brother and watching television, so sometimes I forget my prayer things so sometimes it's disturbing this kinds of TV. So I thought maybe better not to have myself.
Soon after television started, we started getting letters to the editor for the newspaper from children who seemed very hurt. The letters actually specifically asked about this World Wrestling Federation program. Why are these big men standing there hitting each other? I mean, what's the purpose of it? They didn't understand. They were very hurt. Now, a few months later, one morning, a personal example, one of my sons, 7 years old, jumped on me early in the morning on the bed, and he says, "Hey, I'm Triple H, you can be Rock," and we're fighting. Suddenly, these were new heroes for our children.
Championship. People's Championship, Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys.
The government has requested the cable operators that they should, to the extent possible, exercise discretion on their part. But it's easier said than done. With all these satellite dishes that are available, it'll be difficult to control.
And so the light of 45 channels flickers, and the Bhutanese tune in to the rest of the world.
I have myself heard comments from people saying that, my God, we didn't know that we were living in such a peaceful country. There seems to be violence and crime everywhere around the world. So in a way, the positive thing is that Bhutanese people realize how good a life they are living in this country.